Oh my goodness, chat. The Seattle Mariners, they suck. This is a bad baseball team, chat. I don't know any other way to describe what we're watching right now than an absolute travesty of a baseball team. Everything about this team sucks right now. And you guys probably you guys probably see the title, see the thumbnail, and you realize it's time to shut down Bryce Miller. Dude does not have it. He went on the injured list. All right. He came back. He's not any better. Shut him down. We know he has that bone spur in his elbow. Shut down Bryce Miller. Like, I don't understand why the Seattle Mariners think that somehow, some way, Bryce Miller is going to magically come out of this. Shut him down. Logan Evans has been 100 times better than Bryce Miller. It sucks. It does. Don't get me wrong. It sucks. I love Bryce Miller. I think there's a good chance he's a big part of this future. He has zero reason, zero, to be on this baseball team right now. You have not gotten a single quality start out of Bryce Miller. He's been absolute dog shit. Jeffrey with the 2. Jeffrey, appreciate you as always. We suck again. Yay, we suck again. Name that movie, chat. Name that movie. Reinforcements win? Dude. Like describe reinforcements. You know what I mean? Like, are the reinforcements guys in the minors? Like, obviously Cole Young has struggled. I feel like it was kind of to be expected. I think that if anybody expected Cole Young to come up and be the savior, you were probably kidding yourself. I don't know. In terms of reinforcements, you have to go out and make a move sooner rather than later, because this team is terrible. Great job, Jordan. Great job. 199 from Puget Parvey. What's the definition of insanity? Listen, man, it is what we are doing every single freaking night. Every single night, it is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. We're running out the same damn lineup every single night and expecting all of a sudden, whoa, sorry if that peaked, whoa, this same lineup that hasn't been able to score for a month and a half scored. Hell yeah. Nelson, I appreciate the 13 months, man. I appreciate the remember for 13 months. I mean, I'm over it, chat. I'm over it. And with that being said, I'm also just tired, so I'm grumpy. You know what I mean? I'm tired, worked late. Went out to dinner. It was busy as hell. I mean, it was a good day. It was a good day. I do want to give a shout out. To Nikolai and Jessica, who I ran into in town today. Nikolai, Jessica, if you guys happen to watch this, I appreciate you guys stopping and saying hi. Nikolai, I think I was a TA for one of your classes back in the day. Just think about that. Think about that. Tell me if that sounds familiar. But nonetheless, this is a game where some things obviously should have gone differently. Like somebody just mentioned, as Greg mentioned, Rowdy came this close to a grand slam. Now, it's at the Little League ballpark of Angels Stadium in that right field corner. Nonetheless, if the right fielder doesn't get to that ball, that's a grand slam. It's a grand slam, and this game is very different. Julio had the triple in this game. He also robbed a 2-run home run. Yeah. Hey, I don't know. Like, and I agree, Kevin. There was definitely some bad luck in this game, but what we have seen over the last month for this team, they're a bad baseball team. They are like 25th in WRC plus and 23rd in ERA. It's a bad baseball team right now. Plain and simple. Would have been a home run at home. Shame, bro. Shame. I don't know. You have to shut down Bryce Miller. I think that maybe he gets one more start, at some point during this road trip. When they go to Arizona, give him another start. When you get back home, Bryce Miller should not be on your roster. How many times Do you have to lose a baseball game because of Bryce Miller before you decide maybe that's not a good idea? Maybe we shouldn't do that. How many times? How many times have we done it this year? A lot. Quite a bit. And yet, here we are. We keep running Bryce Miller back out there, expecting things to go differently. Is it sad that I agree with your Operation Overreaction this week? No, because that's just the way it feels. That's literally just the way it feels. My Operation Overreaction, for those people that didn't see it, is the Mariners are going to be sellers at the trade deadline. Obviously, the point of Operation Overreaction is to overreact to what's going on currently with this team. And that was my Operation Overreaction. Yeah, there is a real life scenario, chat, where you end this series with the Angels closer to third place than you do first place in the division. Against the Angels. It's obvious his arm is bothering him after a few innings. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't home a whole lot today to be able to watch like his full outing. I was just able to catch bits and pieces. I did not see, how was his velo like towards the end of his outing, chat? Can anyone let me know? Like his velo on his fastball specifically, of course. If anybody happened to catch it, please let me know, because that's something that was a problem in his last start. It was during the Mariner Mojo meetup, and his velo was down to 91 towards the end of his outing. $5 from Y2K. Trade Kirby, Castillo, Spire. Give Logan, Tommy John. Oh, whoa. Shut down Miller. Worst thing you could do in sports is to convince yourself you're good when you're not. I don't know about the Tommy John part. The rest of it, maybe. 92, stayed around 93, 95. He was at 96, I think, in the last inning. Ian says velo was down. I'm getting mixed signals. All right, I'm getting mixed signals. Puget Parvy becoming a member. Be sure to use those emotes in the chat, Puget Parvy. I appreciate that, for real, man, for real. The Astros were this bad last year on the same time, and look what happened. What was the Astros record last year at this time? Let's find out. I actually don't know. Like, this is like true story. I actually don't know. With that being said, the Mariners were 10 games up on the division last year on Father's Day, so they were probably worse. But let's see. Astros, what's today? June 6th? June 6th, 2024. Last year, June 6th, 2024, the Houston Astros. No, we just don't want to give me Astros record. All right. Astros, hold on, chat. Please hold. All right. Not in June. So, on June 6, 2024, the Houston Astros had a record of 28-35. So, last year, June 6, the Astros were, what was that? 7 games below 500. I will say, it sucks right now, right? This sucks. His last fastball was 94, says Mara. Okay, I mean that's better than it was in his last start, but still. Watching this team sucks right now. Like, it's not fun. I literally didn't want to, because again, I'm sleepy, right? I'm tired. I didn't want to come out here and stream, but like, we gotta come out here and stream. We gotta do it no matter what when we can. This team has an opportunity. Like, are they this bad? Are the Mariners this bad? I honest to God don't think so. I don't think so. Are they as good as they were in the month of April? Clearly not. This Mariners team is so, and pardon my French here, chat. Pardon my French. I'm going to swear Any children in the chat, please mute me. This team is so goddamn frustrating. This team is so confusing. I do not know what to expect night in and night out from this team. From Bryce Miller, it feels like it's going to be five runs every single game. Every single game, right? That's just what I expect at this point. George Kirby, kind of a similar story. I don't expect him to get deep into games. Brian Wu, Luis Castillo, knock on wood because I think Luis goes tomorrow. Brian Wu, Luis Castillo, and Emerson Hancock. Those are your top three right now. If the Mariners were in a 3-game series, those would be the 3 guys you should pitch. Yo, what's up, Emperizzle? I'm glad you guys had a bet. Well, I'm not glad, but I'm glad that you specifically, Emperizzle, had a better day than we did. And I agree on him. We've hit a bit of a slump. We'll get back to it. It's going to happen, right? Teams are going to go through slumps. The Mariners, before the end of this game, were 3-7 in their last 10. I don't know if this makes them 2-8. I don't know. I don't care. Play better baseball. They're also probably going to have a run later this year where they're 7-3 and we think everything's fixed. There's still 100 games left in this season, chat. We're a little over a third of the way through. We're a little over a third of the way through. There's still plenty of time for things to go right. It's just right now, it feels so shitty to watch. It feels terrible. I am because I love watching baseball and I love watching the Mariners. I've had a lot more fun and watching college baseball recently. And I don't normally watch college baseball. I don't know if you guys caught the college softball World Series. That shit was fun. That was fun, just fun softball. You know what I mean? Like, that was fun to watch. The Mariners are not fun to watch right now. Cole Young has been a struggle. What are your thoughts about him? Reese, appreciate the question, bro. Cole Young is beginning to look a little overmatched. With that being said, I think that you have to give him... The Beavers did come back, Jordan. I did see that. You have to give Cole Young maybe a month and a half to really prove what I think if you use Cole Young up until the trade deadline and you really know what you have with him, because if he starts hitting like he finished hitting at AAA, which is obviously probably unlikely, but if he does, you're adding over a full 162. You're adding an all-star, right? If he doesn't, go out there and make a move. Now, you can ask yourself, how long can you run a guy like that out there who's not hitting, who's striking out in like 60% of his plate appearances? I don't know. I don't know how long you can do it when you're the Mariners, and I talked about this in the live stream, or I'm sorry, in the podcast. The Mariners are in a very weird spot right now where they have guys they need to bring up that are going to be part of the future of this team, but they don't have the luxury of letting them play. They don't have the luxury of letting those guys play because if they suck, you have to be quick because this team needs help. $5 from Jeffrey. Unleash Lou Piniella. They need an angry dude in the dugout. No fire, no spark, no energy, no fun. This ends the same as the last 2 years. I appreciate the 5, Jeffrey. I would love to see Dan. I mean, it's not going to happen because Dan, it's just the personality of Dan Wilson. I would love to see Dan get on the guys more. I think that might be a wake-up call to some of them. And with that being said, what is in my coffee? Hold on, Joe. What is that? Hello? Hold on, Joe. Look at that shit. What is that? What is in my coffee? Whatever. I don't care. I don't care. It's been in there all day. With that being said, if you guys saw what Cal said the other day, the Mariners need to create their own chaos. They did a little bit of that on the base paths today, which was good to see. Which was very good to see. Puget Party with the $4.99. Appreciate it, Puget. This is the risk you take hiring a former beloved player as your manager. Now, if we miss the playoffs, he's getting fired and you damage the relationship. It's a very fine line to walk. it's a fine line to walk, right? Because you have Dan Wilson, who's the most beloved catcher, at least was until Cal showed up, in franchise history. You think maybe he's the guy. He looked great, like at the beginning of his tenure. As Ty Dan Gonzalez said, the honeymoon phase is over with Dan Wilson. It's time to nut up or shut up. And as of right now, he's shutting up. He ain't nutting up. He's shutting up. He keeps running the same effing lineup out every single night and expecting things to change. You have during a season, it has to be fluid. It has to be fluid, right? You have to go out there, and if guys aren't hitting, you need to do something about it. Whether that be moving them down in the lineup, giving guys more opportunities instead of those people, I'm not sure. But you have to make things, something has to change with how shitty this team has been over the past month. Something has to change, and they're not. Jack Daniels? Nah, dog. It's just bros drinking coffee at 9:23. Bro, like I said, I was tired. I didn't know. I was literally falling asleep on the couch watching this game, and I'm like, bro, I gotta stream. I'm gonna stream after this. Like, I'm sleepy. It's Donut Shop is the Keurig brand. Donut Shop coffee. What do you think about batting Williamson second? In my opinion, the lineup should be J.P. Crawford, Cal Raleigh batting 2, Julio Rodriguez batting 3, like Randy 4 or something like that. You know what I mean? Why would you DFA a rookie? Just who's DFAing the rookie? Who's DFAing the rookie? Who said it? You're gonna be up all night. That's the best flavor. You think so? I don't know. Coffee doesn't really affect me anymore. This is like my 5th cup today. It's like my 5th cup. Coffee doesn't affect me anymore. Something has to change, but what? Guess we trust Dipoto right now? I mean, what? We don't have much of a choice. You know what I mean, Matt? Like, what are we going to do? Like, calling up Harry Ford? Could it be a start? Sure. But also, if he has the start to his Mariners career, the same start that Cole Young has had, that's no better than Mitch Garver. So, I'm going to the game tomorrow. I'll have to bring the Mariners Anonymous shirt just in case. Greg, if you bring the Mariners Anonymous shirt, Greg, take a picture of it with the with Angel Stadium or something like that, because that picture could go really hard. You know what I mean? That could go pretty hard. Locklear, I would love for them to call up Tyler Locklear. DFA Solano. I don't know why Solano is still on this team. I will say it every single day of the week, but unfortunately, here we are. DFA Kirby, Young, and Miller. Bring back Wong, LaStella, and McCacken. Real players who won't suck. I'm in. I'm there. Oh, Daydara wants... Alright, chat. Here's the problem. Daydara is just a troll. Alright? Don't feed the trolls, chat. Don't feed the trolls. You feel a win tomorrow? I think of all the games in this series, tomorrow is the game to win. Like, tomorrow's the game that I feel the most confident in. You have Luis Castillo on the mound versus Jack Kahanowitz. Kahanowitz hasn't been necessarily fantastic, and he's going to throw a lot of fastballs. The Mariners, the offense specifically, needs to be hunting the fastball tomorrow. He throws the fastball the second most in the game behind Brian Wu. Hunt the fastball. With that being said, Luis Castillo throws the fastball the third most in the game behind Jack Kahanowitz. So, like, I don't know. What now? How can they turn this around? Just feels like it's all slipping away. Yeah. I mean, I think Ryan, for lack of a better term, we just have to grin and bear it right now. You know what I mean? We just have to grin and bear it. We have to deal with, the punches. You can't have your Mariners. All right, here we go, chat. Ready? Get ready to clip it, chat. Post it on all the socials. If you can't handle the Mariners at their 3-7 over their last 10, then you don't deserve the Mariners at their 9-series winning streak. Do I believe that? Fuck no, I don't believe that. The Mariners fans deserve every little bit of success from this team because they've been waiting for nearly 50 years, 50 years for this team to be good. All right, the Mariners have been doing it for so long. It's time. It's time, chat. Feels like so long as we've had a hype stream, dude. Let me tell you, Odd. I agree. It feels like it's been so long since we've had a hype stream. The YouTube revenue feels it. I feel it. Streaming and not having. I mean, it's the nice part. The nice part about. Damn, Jeff, we're playing 180 something games. Yo. We're playing 180 something games. That's crazy. No, I know the sentiment, Jeff. Hell yeah. I think that the best part about these post game streams is that even after we see whatever the hell we've watched for the last 10, 15 days, right? We can all come in here and we can all talk crap about this baseball team. And in the end, we're all having a good time just hanging out with each other. You know what I mean? That's the only bright spot. Truly the only bright spot. Hey, Billy, what do you think about 54%, Billy? We're just going to put you in a little timeout there, buddy. We're just going to put you in a little timeout there, Billy. 54% would be what? 54% would be in a playoff spot right now, chat. God, what I wouldn't give for 54% for this stupid baseball team. Would Kirby at this moment have good trade value for a bat? I don't know, Chris, if you would want to sell him at a low. You know what I mean? I don't know if you'd want to sell him at a low compared to what you can get back. You know what I mean? It's what we do. True. We need Logan Evans and Harry Ford. I'm in. How about a 14-game winning streak tomorrow? It started in Anaheim last time. Can we start a brawl? That's what we need. Yo, call up Jesse Winker. Get him to come to the stadium, right? And just go out there and just beat the shit out of somebody. Just to get the team freaking hyped up. You know what I mean? I'm in. I'm there. Get the team hyped up, Jesse Winker. Get out there. Boom, boom, boom. Throw an elbow in there. Yeah. I'm there. I'm in. Hear me out. Bryce to the bullpen. Hear me out. Bryce to the surgery table. Miller, Ford, and Pete for Duran. Fuck no. No, I think it's too much, Jack. I do. Especially now that we're throwing Pete in there compared to Arroyo. I honestly trust Pete over the next, however many years than I do than I do Michael Arroyo. I do. I that's way too much for Jared Duran. We also, I don't know how to say this. We also know from sources inside of, now this sounds stupid because Mariner Mojo has sources. Not necessarily. Unfortunately, I can't go into any more detail than that. The Mariners do not like the profile of Jarren Duran in Seattle, like in T-Mobile Park. I remember I spent a month down in spring training. This is something that I learned in spring training. I cannot say more than that, but that is just something that I learned in spring training. Yeah. So, who do you think on the team could start a brawl like Jesse Winker did? Probably Randy. I think Randy could probably start it, just another left fielder, right? I truly think that Randy, like, if he gets hit by a pitch, he can kind of give the pitcher a stare, and if the pitcher gives him any flack, Randy's charging the mound. You know what I mean? Randy's charging the mound. Imagine if we were serious in the offseason for Polar Bear Pete. I mean, God, I wish. Santos could, true. Rowdy could start a brawl. Honestly, I thought about Rowdy. JP's the other one. JP's a good one. Solano would start the fight, honestly. I'm in. I hope he gets suspended for the rest of the season. If he does. Thoughts? Comments? Questions? Concerns? I hope... No, never mind. Jeffrey, with the $2. Rejoice in our mutual annual baseball futility. That was a mouthful, Jeffrey. Goodness. Appreciate the $2. Yeah. I mean, hey, here we are. We're doing it again this year. Every year. Every year it's the same, right? Oh, I think Rowdy could definitely, like, Rowdy would be able to, like, literally carry a fight. I don't know if he's the guy to start it. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's the guy to start it, but I think that Rowdy's the guy to finish the fight. If you know what I mean. The Solano experiment lasting till June, bro. Name a more iconic duo. The Mariners and shit baseball players, and the Mariners trying to just make them into something they're not. Name a more iconic duo. You know? Mitch Garver, Jorge Polanco, Colton Wong, Adam Frazier to an extent. You know what I mean? I hate that I cannot make a promise against Scott Service anymore. Austin, can you make a promise it's about me? I think I need it. I think I need it. Please. Sign Tim Anderson just to start a fight. Yo, we do play the Guardians during our next homestand. I mean, I would hope that Tim Anderson gets his ass kicked by Jose Ramirez again if that happened, but I'm in. I'm there. Ben Broussard, that's a name. We released Haniger. Why won't we release Solano? Man, Ian. Just man. I don't know. I don't know. Chat. We've been live for about 30 minutes, which is honestly longer than I intended on going after what we just watched from that baseball team. I'm gonna go decompress. I'm gonna go decompress from this baseball team right now, and I'm off tomorrow, so I'm gonna sleep my fat ass in, and I'm gonna do it all again tomorrow. And you know what? We are going to be here again tomorrow. Hopefully not dancing this same dance, but we will be here again tomorrow nonetheless. But I appreciate all you guys for being here, all the members, all the donos. It means a lot, even during the dark times. But hey, I appreciate all you guys for being here, and I will catch you guys tomorrow night. Mwah, smooches, bros.